we're doing it. We're making a Mexican pizza side by side.
Side by side, meaning vegan and meatin.
Vegan and not
and
vegan.
Meatin.
And so we're starting. We make crust first, right?
We make the tortilla shells that make up the piece. Yeah, so the crust of this Mexican pizza
The pizza
is made.
crust. It's a
Totally.
pizza crust.
No, you're right. It is. It's just I've never thought about like the Mexican pizza tortilla shells of it as the crust. But you're right.
But it is.
It is. It's an accurate.
Sift your flour.
Always sift your flour. This is for the flour tortillas, basically. We're just doing a flour tortilla recipe here.
Mm-hmm.
When you decide you don't have enough flour, sift some more.
Add some more. And if you're not sifting flour, have a...
I'm working with a picture flour interpretation of the Earth. I'm trying to build over here. I started with North America and South America, and then I built Europe a little bit, and then you can kind of see that Africa's down there. So I missed, like, Africa.
That's really nice, man. Actually, that's really great. I can see it.
You
it's
can
like
see
a
the
3D
Earth.
globe.
Yeah, it's a globe I made up there.
You gotta add some some oil.
Oh yeah, we're making flour tortillas.
Making flour tortillas. And in
Flour.
between, you're gonna have some Simply Mexican lager from
Yeah.
18th Street Brewery. It's a very nice lager.
It's got a good froth smell.
Don't forget to put some hair into your flour tortillas.
Well, that's the secret ingredient to all of our dishes. If you look up any recipes, if we ever make them available, you'll notice that hair is always an ingredient.
Hair is good. You can't.
All right, once you roll up
Have
your
too
ball,
much hair
well,
in
once you
your-
roll up your ball of dough, and you get it set on the side there, and it's made into a nice top ball.
Mm-hmm.
You know, oil up a little bowl,
Mm-hmm.
oil the whole thing up, and then wrap it up tight.
Oil it like you're taking care of yourself.
You make an oil dough ball package that you're going to straight up mail delivery to the oven.
You're gonna mail deliver.
Mail deliver this
You
dough.
gotta put it in the. But don't forget to put extra stamps on it in case they won't deliver it, or
Yeah.
if it comes late. You don't want
Yeah.
it to be late.
No, but you always want to be able to get it in case it like disappears. All right, so after you let it sit for a little bit, it's going to get a little bit of space, not a lot, but a tiny bit of space.
Yeah.
And let that grow up, and you got yourself
Thumbs up.
like a bunch of different dough
You got
balls.
yourself thumbs up. You could put.
I
you
cut
might
it into
even-
fourths, and then I cut it into eighths, but she didn't see that last time.
You might even have your dog help you if you're feeling so inclined. Your dog could help you
Along with
make
your
these
dog?
tortillas.
And let me tell you, tortillas, it looks like it's a lot of work. They're not as much, it's not as difficult as it looks.
Gosh, it can't be as hard as making the rolls that we
Oh,
made
yeah,
for the
yeah.
Cuban
Considering
sandwiches.
all other starch delivery devices you could make, tortillas are probably top of the list of easiest things.
You know what was the most fun about this is at the end. I mean, we'll get there, but the vegan and the meatin were both
Options.
amazing. They
Yeah.
were so. This is great.
Oh well, when you do the Mexican pizza from scratch.
And okay, so now we're making fire sauce, and we're making this from scratch. This is Taco Bell fire sauce that we made from scratch. You've got all these spices, and I could read them off.
But
Or-
they're there, you'll see them.
Or you can see them in the video.
And we're going to add indeterminate amounts of them.
Well, there was a determinate amount, and you can see it. That's a
Yeah.
tablespoon right there that I'm doing.
Okay.
So how much of that do you think I put in there? Oh,
One,
obviously
maybe?
a tablespoon. How many teaspoons did I put in? Oh, I'm just
Oh, yeah,
kidding.
yeah,
Those
yeah,
are
no.
half teaspoons.
All right, so you guys better be ready to,
Figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out.
Play this back and
In
forth.
slow motion.
Back
The more times you
and
view
forth,
it, the more
back.
information you're going to get.
and forth. You can do it both ways. On YouTube, you can play it backwards.
That's
can't
right. You can make the ingredient go raw.
You could look and then add
finish to done.
stuff and
All right.
put this all in. Put this all in your manual
in your
blender.
masher thing, and then you mash down.
Mash it.
22 hours later, you have your
end up
spice
with
mix.
A spice mix.
Taco spice mix.
Oh man.
Which was really good. It smelled great.
Yeah.
We've
okay.
used it before, too, I think.
And so now you've got the taco spice mix, and that's just the beginning because now you got to make the sauce itself.
Right.
So what do you do in the sauce? Well, you need
That's
some
tomato
sauce.
sauce. What do you
need
do
some
when you're
sauce.
making sauce? Well, you
And
start
what do
with
you
sauce.
Put, what else do you put in there? You put in some water.
It's like what came first, the sauce or the sauce?
Well, if you're making sauce, the sauce.
See, it's hard. It's hard.
It's a hard question.
I know. This isn't where it gets figured out.
And you could say the hen, but that's not an option. We
No.
didn't give you that option.
No,
so
this
don't
is about sauce.
do not you watching this right now. Do not say the hen.
You better finger fast.
Look at this. All right, there's other stuff going in this.
Yeah, that looks like onion powder, maybe.
Onion powder.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they were all laid out.
And then use your third hand and bring away the extra spices and things. Get it out of there. You need a little sugar, a little sweetness.
What does the sugar do?
It adds sweetness. What does the fox say?
What the fox say?
Oh, look at that angle, dude. Oh, I love
Yeah, that's like they call a Dutch angle.
Dutch?
It came in from the diag, and then it delivers from the diag all the way to the oven rag.
So all you need to do is heat this up for like 15-20 minutes until it's like a nice, you've reduced it a
sauce
little bit.
consistency.
Yeah, sauce consistency.
Alright, so these are the cooked beans.
These are beans. Those beans sat overnight or something.
Yeah, you
few
soaked
hours.
them. No, you soaked them overnight.
Yeah, they sat. They had some garlic, some onion.
Onions, garlic.
Plenty of garlic. You want
Drop it
plenty
all
of
in there.
garlic.
This was actually a really cool diversion.
Oh, we're always diverted. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So then you just heat this stuff up for a while, and it sits. And meanwhile, back at the ranch, you got your tortillas.
All right, so this is the technique that we use to make perfect circles around the sides, so that they were all uniform.
I really love that band. I really regret not seeing
circles around the sides.
No, a perfect circle. That's the band name.
Oh, they might. I didn't. Yeah. They might come back around.
You wanted some awesome transition. All
right, so now we're deep frying it. This is the interesting thing about this shit is that you've got these tortillas that you pan cooked the raw flour to, and now they're being deep fried, but not forever. You can't deep fry them for too long because they need to be able to still be a little bit. They gotta hold the shit.
You're right. You cannot fry them forever. If you try to fry them forever, something.
Oh, you're like playing a drum solo here.
I know. Yeah, I was playing some tunes.
How did it go?
I don't know. You're gonna hear it, or you won't. You're gonna hear it. Our editor Luce York is gonna pull it out, or he won't.
Or he won't.
Check out his YouTube channel.
Luce
G York, or Chicken Universe. Sometimes he's called, but check out his YouTube channel. He's always doing something phenomenal.
All right, so we drain these beans and onions and garlic.
Put it all in there and mash it.
And it's time to get mashing.
That's a potato masher.
I know, and it's not a good one either.
No,
like
it's terrible.
It should be one solid piece.
Gosh.
It should be a solid body masher, but it's a half body masher.
I mashed it with half my body. I wanted a solid body.
I wanted the solid body masher.
Well, if you're at a store...
Did you remember how much I cried at that Christmas when I got this half-body masher?
You were like, add some salt. Add some salt one time, but just don't limit it to one time.
You can always add more salt.
Always add more salt.
Taste for seasoning. This might be one of the times that we actually did like an appropriate taste for seasoning.
Well, I think I was like, oh, dude, that's not enough salt.
Yeah, you wanted more salt, and I
You backed off.
Yeah,
and then guess what? We tasted for seasoning, and guess what you did?
I added salt.
You added salt. But it is important to taste for seasoning because you can always add more salt.
It's a lot more beans than you think are in there, and they all need a little bit of salt.
Salt doesn't get better when you add it later in the game. You can always add it later. And it
I was wondering where you're going to go with that. It's like,
well, herbs, if you add it early on, or herbs you add later, they make a big difference.
Oh, yeah, for sure, especially if they're fresh.
Okay, so now we diverge here.
So
everything's been the same.
We've got
so
the
far.
cast iron thing, which we do most of our meat cooking in, and then we have the regular pan, which we clean out.
Impossible and oil, Wagyu and butter.
And Wagyu and butter.
Wagyu and butter over here. What's over there?
Impossible and oil. The oil. So the Impossible had to go in first, ironically.
It takes longer to cook.
It takes longer to cook, which is weird because it doesn't actually have to be cooked.
Well,
it'll just taste weird is the problem.
It'll be disgusting.
It'll taste like...
Do you think those chemicals wouldn't make you sick?
No.
I mean, let's face it.
Cooking it doesn't make any chemicals inert in this thing. The cooking it is because of bacteria.
Let's face it. That Impossible tastes really good, but it is not healthy for you, and it is probably not safe.
Yeah, it's not healthy for you. I don't know about the safe. But I think that it's
future
possible
generations will determine.
too. Yeah, it's hard to say. Because we've been consuming a lot of stuff that, is arguably totally unnecessary that hasn't had any impact
Look
on
at how these
anybody
come
else.
out. They come out pretty similar.
They look very similar.
And actually,
It's a lot moister on the left, though.
It is moisture.
There was also that oil. Okay, so here we are. We're ready for the semifinalists.
Just throw your
It's like,
vegan
you know
cheese.
what? There's going to be vegan cheese in this, so get ready
So
for
the
it.
left side of this is going to be the vegan side. The
Is that
right
it?
side,
Is
yeah.
that what happens?
Well, I don't know.
I
guess
don't
we're
know.
gonna
Yeah, let's
out.
find out. Let's wait first until we see where we dump various products.
I think
Yeah, that looks like the meat.
that's the meat.
So
That's Wagyu beef.
Yeah. So it was a good thing that we didn't say that was the vegan side.
And
then
it's
the
important
beans.
to remember the beans we prepared completely vegan.
Completely vegan from scratch.
So those are
yeah.
vegan on both sides.
Yeah, the only difference is the cheese and the meat.
The cheese and the meat. Yep, that's right. So you wanted to put some sauce in the middle here, which I completely agree with, but that's not how
That's
Taco
not how
Bell
they
does
do
it.
that.
Yeah,
No.
they do.
In the end, it was just because the beans turned out to be, they were really good, but they were so dry somehow still.
Yeah.
And they needed a little bit more
So
moisture.
put that amazing sauce.
Put that sauce in between too is like a caveat. All right, so the regular cheese getting dropped onto there, and it's just a regular pepper jack and cheddar mixture. Okay, and then tomatoes get dropped. Okay,
couple maters.
Okay, wow, we were excited about that.
Yeah, we were very excited.
Throw it
And
in the oven.
put it in the
Suddenly it's done. Actually, you didn't see us put it in the oven, but it's done anyway.
Yeah, whatever.
Cook it for.
How many times do you need to see something put in an oven?
But what you should know is we put it on broiler. It's the hottest setting, and then we put it in there for like 5 minutes, just so the cheese would melt.
So, you remember when Taco Bell used to put green onions on your Mexican pizza?
And black olives.
Black olives! Yes!
Yeah, you insisted on those. I didn't really
Oh.
care one way or the other.
'Cause
All right,
that's the-
meat.
Not
Vegan.
meat.
Meatin'
Not
and
meat.
meatin' and vegan.
So,
And never shall the two meet.
and we did one of each. And, okay, so we're running out of time here, but I gotta say, both of these were delicious. The vegan was better.
Oh, you like the vegan better?
I did. I liked the vegan better. I didn't think that was going to be the case.
You know why you didn't like the vegan better? Because you couldn't have sour cream on it.
No, I did like the vegan better. See, look, we put sour cream on both of them. And neither of these were vegan, but the vegan Mexican pizza was amazing.
It was a good option, that's for sure.
Cheers.